Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. I am Wiggle and this is the RNG playthrough. In our last part, we went to Foundation, we met Paige, and then we went and met up with his party, his scouting party that was almost all dead except for one person, and we convinced Paige to take an inoculation for him and his people when we have one available. And now we have to go do the same thing with the raiders, although that is a bit more involved than just going and talking to the raiders. First thing we have to do is talk to Rose. So we got to go to the. So it doesn't say talk to Rose, but that's what we have to do. So we are headed to top of the world. So I'm back at White Springs Station, and the plan is just to kind of follow the tracks up and around. If you have any questions about the playthrough, about the rules of it, they are in the description down below. Let's see. And in the last part, we also decided to do that randomly as well. We upgraded a legendary perk because we had 50 perk coins. And we did that with the wheel. And we ended up, I guess I can't get in there. We ended up leveling up Power Armor Reboot, I believe it was. I'm going to double check that because I am not positive. Yep, Power Armor Reboot. Or Power Sprinter. My mistake. Either way, I knew it was one that wasn't useful. That's what I remember, is that it wasn't a useful one. So, and we'll do that every time. You know, every time we have enough perk coins for a level up, we will take out the wheel and determine what's random. Right now our character is level 23, so I think we're close to level 24. No, we're not. So level 25 is when we'll get another perk pack, and hopefully that will be beneficial. So right here is usually a random encounter spot. There's usually fighting and stuff going on. And nope. Looks like, just settlers. Alright. There is nothing to see here. Too bad for us. It would be nice to, anything we fight gets us experience. Gets us close to a perk pack that is actually helpful. I don't necessarily want to go through here. I don't know that there's a whole lot of benefit to doing so. What are these? Oh, just random mirelurks? Seems like an odd place for mirelurks. Kaboom. I would assume that they'd be headed down here to fight. Although they are squishy, so they'll probably die quick. Yeah. Oh. Ah, okay. So I didn't shoot him, but I'm wondering if far-flung fireworks...
Looks like it might rain later.
I wonder if far-flung fireworks made him aggressive. That might be that might be a knock against it, I would think. Huh. Well, that's just another thing I'm going to want to test at some point. When I test that perk out, see if it's worth it. I mean, obviously, if you're going to aggro friendlies, that's you know, unless that's what you want to do. I tend to not want to do that. I especially don't want to do that on this character. The fewer things, the fewer people that are aggressive against us, the better off we're going to be. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in the train. I mean, there's a lot of ghouls in the train yard, but I don't think there's any reason to go over there. So I'm just going to pass around it. Try and pick up this location here without fighting robots. That would be great. Robots are not something I really want to fight. Although I don't know if anything is... of course, that's what we're going to do. And now everybody wants to... Oh, well, at least I discovered this, but I definitely don't want to fight a sentry bot. Definitely don't want to. There we go. Now we will run away. Because that's what scaredy cats do. Laser, huh? That's interesting. Oh, that's his laser. I thought it was identifying the iBot as a laser. Oh, great. So, just keep shooting and doing no damage. It's fantastic. This game is not broken at all. Alright, moving on. As you can see, top of the world is just right there. And we have a Blood Eagle camp up here pretty close. And there's only one of me and a bunch of them, so... yeah, this is a chance to get into some trouble. If I'm not a little bit careful. This is where having silenced weapons would be super awesome. Just use that crit right away. So why have it if you're not going to use it? Oh, plasma goo, I guess. Another player's been here recently. Guess I don't have to go in through the front door. I can sneak around to the side.
Looks like fate isn't on your side.
Oh, come on. Okay, another... shit. I mean, this whole registering damage and not doing anything is really making it a lot harder than it should be. See? Another one. Like, oh, he did hit damage. Finally. Fix your game, Bethesda. I don't have a bench here, but there's one at the train station, so I'll just pick stuff up.
One less mouth to feed.
All right. I think that might be it. Can't open that. Don't think there's a whole lot here. Let's just make a quick circle. Check the containers. Pick up the odd piece of junk here and there. Raider power helmet. No, I don't need that. Don't want that. Ooh, metal helmet. Yeah, I think we want to wear a metal helmet. Wooden doors for no reason at all. And I think we will be on our way. I'm sure I missed something. That's okay. Glowing resin? I don't think I want that. Alright. To the train station, which is just right here. We'll make use of the benches and then head on up to top of the world. Alright, scrapping is done. One thing I forgot to mention at the beginning is we switched out our pump action shotgun for a combat shotgun. It does slightly less damage than the pump, but it fires faster. It's a lot easier to use and a lot easier to hit stuff in close quarters outside of VATS. So I figured it was a good change to make. I don't really know any mods for it. So, and even if I did, I'm not sure if I could apply any of them. But, so we did that. Other than that, our gear hasn't really changed at all.
Hey, you down there! Don't be scared. I'm not a ghost. I'm talking you through the PA system. Hey, you came because you heard me on the radio, right? Here's the deal. We're gonna help each other out. You down with that? Fantastic. So, I've got this little radio operation I need to expand. Gotta boost this super weak signal. You know how it is. See, I found these plans for a radio signal repeater on a dead responder out by Seneca Rocks. They were gonna patch it through that giant radio array on the other side of the mountain and use it to boost their radio. Only I don't have the plans. It didn't seem important at the time. Ugh, I'm kicking myself for not taking the schematic when I found it. I'd go back and get them, but who knows what sort of rotten lowlifes would ransack this place while I'm gone. Okay, I need you to find the plans, build the repeater, and patch it into the array following their notes. Easy peasy, right? I'll take the rest from there. We'll be in business. Rose and, whatever your name is.
I gotta say, I love Rose. I don't love her quest, but she is my favorite NPC for sure. Let's listen to the Overseer's log and move out after that.
Overseer's log, top of the world. There's someone in control of this old ski resort, and if I ever find her, I'm gonna wash her mouth out with the first thing vaguely resembling soap I can get my hands on. Ugh. Selfish. That's the word. Maybe that's why she's alone. Maybe that's why she survived. But the only way she'll tell me what she knows is if I help her first. All the good people I've learned about who've died, and it's the sociopath who still gets to live.
Okay, so we have to go to Seneca Rocks, I think Seneca Rocks Visitor Center, to find a schematic, which will send us on another couple of places. Like I said, this is not marksman sniper rifle. Well, ours is anti-armor, so yeah, I'm not going to switch out for another level 20. So yeah, we've got to do a lot of run around before we can even meet the raiders. So I guess we'll just head in this direction. Let's see, there's stuff to... I won't hit through there. I think if I go up here, there's like plans and stuff I can find along this, in this little area. And Nuka-Cola. So there's that. Wow, all kinds. Score. And workbench. Oh, no, there's a plan though. Can I get in there? Of course not. There we go. Single action ivory grip, the rarest plan in the game. Mostly I'd be curious about, like armor mod plans and stuff like that. So I know they can spawn in here, and Stealth Boy, sure. Sturdy Raider chest. I don't really want that, I don't think. 24 and 8. No, we have actually a good chest. Plus, we get to keep our funky duds if we have all the same armor. So it's going to take something rather compelling to get me to go with something that's not leather. There's some power armor. It looks like a frame, maybe some parts, but it's always going to be Raider, I think. A lot of pipe weapons. I should break all these down before we move, just to get some mod plans. Ooh, recoil compound. Ooh, I might want that. That might be something I want to keep as like a backup weapon. Let's look at that. Trapper torso, pocketed Raider armor limbs. And over here, there's another spot where you can get plans. Strengthen robot limbs. So, I mean, it's not guaranteed spawn, but it's pretty frequent. Granite cap, have one. Use Shunka hat. Alright, I'm going to use this bench and we'll be on our... Scrapping is done and there's excitement overhead. We're just going to ignore that. And we're just going to make our way... Actually, which way do we want to go? Probably want to follow the tracks rather than doing mountain climbing. Maybe go in the direction of Atlas, actually, but not all the way. Although all the way to Atlas wouldn't be bad either, because I could always backtrack, and Atlas is a free fast travel spot. So getting that on the map is... Okay, this is not... Just gonna run around and get lost. Just keep taking wrong turns. Yeah, having Atlas on the map wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. More shotgun shells. Is that coming from behind me? Where's that coming from? coming from behind the... Okay. I think this will be another safe I can't open. Yep. Combat shotgun. Scrap for mods. Snub nose 44. Don't care about that too much. Alright, let's get out of this place. Oh, looks like we've got Blood Eagles up ahead. Do I want to do stealthy at first, or do I want to just throw one of those? Yeah, well, I changed my answer. How about now? Right there. Yeah, those Gatling lasers do leave a mark. Oh, that was nice. That was very nice. Far-flung fireworks. Really good sometimes. Alright, well, since we're not near a scrap station that I know of, I'm only taking the heavy leather left arm. Q. Sturdy leather right leg. Okay, I'm going to have to check those out. Leather left leg. Alright, I'm going to have to check all this stuff out real quick. Looks like we're clear. Yeah. Alright, so after looking at it, I did replace one of our pieces. The other pieces were basically the same or worse. So I'll still save them if I can to scrap to learn mods. So that was good. A little upgrade to our defenses now. Although we're still not 50, yeah. Pretty decent energy, but the rest is not. Oh, that reminds me. How about, yeah, let's do that. Get some health going. Another good thing about going right to Atlas is there's workbenches and scrap boxes there, or stash boxes there, so also good. I don't plan to do any of the Brotherhood stuff yet. I do plan to do everything eventually, but the Brotherhood stuff not yet. We're not nearly strong enough. I hear Scorch somewhere. I think they're down below. I don't think they're shooting at me though. But I'll shoot at them. Well, that worked out. There's still someone left. See, and they all have gear, so that means I have to go down and check. Oh. Alright, let's try out our shotgun here. Alright, see, that's much easier to use. Another combat shotgun, good. That's much easier to use close up than the pump. The pump action just has too much recoil or something. Campfire, we have lure weed. Oh, that's a pretty rare item. Where are the bodies? There we go. Just need one. Another combat shotgun. Alright, I'm not going to worry about the double barrel stuff. I don't think there's much chance of us ever using that. So did I already look at that? Gamma gun? Ah, sure, why not? Alright, onward and upward. Oh, there's Atlas, and the Atlas quest just popped up. I don't know if we can just run up this hill. I think we still have rocks to navigate, but... yeah, we'll get there. There we go. There's Russell Dorsey, who I want to ignore.
You looking to join up too?
Not at the moment. Alright, I'm going to scrap and stash, and we can be on our way. Well, the scrapping is done, and we are going to be on our way. I will talk to... oh, there's Minerva. I have no gold. I can't get anything from you. Alright, we should just be able to go kind of straight down the hill over here. Maybe a little bit of a zigzag, but the Seneca Rocks Visitor Center is pretty close. I could go that way and pick up the metal dome over there, but I don't see any reason since it's just... a location for an event rather than a quest. So, and if I ever did join the event, I would just pick it up, so. And there is the visitor center. It's usually full of scorched and or other things. Typically there'll be a honey beast or a Yao Guai down there. And we'll just go down this way. Stay up nice and high. I just can't hit anything manual aim. That was interesting. Just blew up. Raider Thief. We know what to do with thieves. That does remind me, I was going to see where Ward's Quest took us today, since it changes every server. Vital equipment, where does that want us to be? Oh, not where we are, okay. Just in case I wanted to, if that was a quick and easy detour, I would do it. But it's not super important. We have a radio somewhere. Probably down below in the visitor center. Yep. All right, let's. Wow. Get our schematic and get out of here while we can. Ooh, another combat rifle. Just gonna pick up everything since we can scrap stuff.
Cams are making me paranoid again.
I definitely heard the voice of a raider somewhere saying the chems are making him paranoid again. Not sure what that's about. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Crossbow bolts, sure, why not? Oh, there's our raider thief over there. Another raider thief.
We said your prayers.
So now it's going to send us where? Way over there. Oh, at the, I guess we're going to have to fight a sentry bot after all. And then over there at the crash plane. So let's do the scrap up thing first before we go any further. Okay, well everything's all scrapped up, and since we just came from, where was it? Here. I think we'll just go right back there. All right, where did it put us? Oh, good. Up the road. Better than appearing magically with a sentry bot in our face. So Mr. Gutsy. Ah. Still in danger, but I hope it's from the stuff on the other side. Hello. Oh, it's from stuff somewhere. Alright, good job me. So now I'm just in caution. So that leaves another one. That's in a location we haven't discovered yet. It's near Helvetia, though, which we have. So, actually, I think what we'll do is we'll just go right across. Seems reasonable since it'll take us through uncharted territory. Obviously, I'll spare you when nothing's happening. Holy hell. Bats is so broken. Alright, and there is another little building. It's, I can't remember what it's called. It's usually full of scorch, though. I do remember that much. There's typically not a lot of reason to be here, so...
What?
There we go. White Powder Winter Sports. See exactly what I said it was. I'll try this shotgun and save some condition on my hunting rifle. That worked alright. Oh, another combat rifle. Let's go with all this stuff. Sturdy leather right leg. Sure, always something we can scrap. How does that compare to our right leg that we have now? It's basically the same on worse condition. So scrap the leg and the combat rifle and be on our way. There is a transmitter. It's close. I'm thinking we might want to go there first. And then there. Because we do have to do, after all this is said and done, we're going to have to find another radio transmitter. And having one that's close to top of the world would be kind of nice. Since it doesn't matter which one you go to. I don't know what's here. Probably Scorched. I mean, that seems to be pretty much what's all over. It could be super mutants, though. Sounds exciting. Whatever it is right there. Yep, up ahead. There is a super mutant. What a crit. There we go. Love those crits. Of course, crits don't do you any good if VATS doesn't work, so... Yeah. It's only shots that hit count. Towards that crit meter. Come on, just a little closer. Give me this location. It says I'm in danger. I wonder if it's like laser turrets or something. I'm not seeing anything though, and I'm not hearing them. Oh, I'm hearing footsteps. There we go. Relay tower. I think we'll just keep on moving. Head towards our crashed plane. Actually, coming at it from the top might actually... I've never done it this way before. I've always gone, you know, from Helvetia and gone up the hill. And you end up having to fight a lot of super mutants. But if we start from the top, Maybe I can just go right to the plane. That'd be kind of cool. Kind of convenient. So I don't feel any real need to fight all the super mutants if I can avoid it. I'll call this the Scaredy Cat playthrough. Yeah, look at that. We can just drop down. I don't even remember if... I don't even think there's one in the plane. There might be one, maybe, at the most, but I don't think so. I think it's just... yeah.
Small, so weak.
Yep. So look at that. We even picked up the location and everything. There's that.
I am strongest.
Now we have to go to a Tinker's Workbench.
Super mutant.
And... then we'll have to go install it somewhere. Let's see. So we are here, and the best place for a Tinker's Workbench is going to be... actually, it might be the Overseer's house. That's close. But we're going to want to go... I think it's going to send... oh, test your metal. No. Maybe I'll do that. I was actually planning to do... go to the Tinker's Workbench and probably end things there. But I think test your metal, if other people join it. Oh, there's not a lot of people on the server. Yeah, if people join that, test your metal, I think I will. But I'm going to go to Foundation first and then see what happens. Okay, so here at Foundation, what I'm going to do is construct the repeater really quick while I'm waiting to see what happens with that event. It's a pretty new event, so probably people will join it, but I don't know. Obviously, it's not something I'm going to do solo.
Oh, no, I have ruined it. It is ruined.
Signal repeater, quest items. There we go. Now, usually, no. For some reason, I thought Rose was going to tell us what to do.
I bet you can pick them off before they even know you're
Oh, look at that. All those people. All right, we're going to do test your metal, just for fun. Yeah, more than likely, I'm going to skip through a lot of this, since it isn't all super exciting. We'll take a Rad-X before this whole thing starts. There is a lot of radiation here. Maybe I'll get something good out of the legendaries here. Maybe. Alright, somebody finally started the event.
It's time for round one. The bots you're about to see are courtesy of Botsmith AM. Knock 'em dead.
Thank you, sir. That golden snitch. Easy caps and XP. Gotta save this guy.
Attempts to surrender.
And another one. Okay, they got the other one.
Lost Eagles, this is what we've been waiting for. It's time for the Scourge of Steel, the gruesome Goucher, the Grimbot.
I can't wait to see what the scribe says when we tell her about this one. Time to get back to base.
Fine, you won this time. I'll give you 10 seconds to get out of here before it's open season on gladiators.
Alright, with that, we completed the event. I went down once, and an explosion took me down, and I got revived again. So far, I've managed to avoid death with the help from other players. So that's alright, just a random revive. So I think what I will do is... okay, so The next stop is over here. So the next stop is the radio array, which I think we will do in the next part. This one's been kind of fun. That the rose part, the first part went pretty quick. I'm not used to getting it done so fast, but it went pretty easily. So hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, well, what's stopping you? All the cool kids are doing it. And I hope you'll join me next time. Thank you very much.